This episode is brought to you by TwoLinedMusicHutStore.com. TwoLinedMusicHutStore.com is your all-access to culture. Check out cultural merchandise like leggings, hats, mini boxing gloves, and bags. Also t-shirts like hip-hop, nature, rock bands, reggae, and dark fantasy. Fast shipping worldwide. That's TwoLinedMusicHutStore.com. Now let's check out this episode. I'm gonna throw out a couple of names here then. Since you're the dancehall master, let's think about somebody like Spice.
Okay. Spice. Now, when I got the first music, there's a record. Spice was introduced to me by a guy from in South Manchester by the name of Mr. Steele. Right? He said, boy, he has this little girl and she sounds good. Okay? And I must listen to her. And because at the time I was one of them owners playing that type of music. When I got her music, and her, she had this song, she had a shout that she used to say, yo! Right? And I said, no, this is something. All right, and when I played that song the first time on Irie FM, and I said, this girl is going to be a force to reckon with. Listen to this song from this girl. And when I played the song, trust me, it started to resonate. And then after that, we introduced something else that's going to pop up, that should pop up already. Introducing dancehall into clubs.
Okay.
Right? I also brought dancehall night into club. The club that started it was a club called Cactus. Over there in Portmore. All right. Because of my presence and influence and with the crew and all of that, Rebbe them approached me and asked if I could come to the club with the dancehall. And I had a contract with them for every Thursday night. I took the dancehall program to Portmore. And then we all used to have shows, and then we used to introduce young artists. So we used to bring in Spice. Right? One of my first major presentation of Spice, she did an appearance on at Skateland and Son with Ninja Man.
Yes.
Then Stone Love had an anniversary, and I was the MC, and she was out there, and she won. She was not billed for it. And I told her I'm going to bring her up. And as somebody the other day sent it to me, that they say it on TikTok. But I says I bring her, and I call her and Spice. I said, Spice, when GT call you, you must come. Introduce her on stage at the Stone of Anniversary. She wasn't, she had a presence though, but she was not accepted because she was still coming up. So I have something also to do in her presentation, in her early stage going forward. And she always showed me the respect by always, telling me things. She said, a lot of jingles and things for me and dub plates and all of that, say that, I used to be one of the, because they had some disc jocks at a certain time. They didn't really want to look at her music.
Okay.
And I was the one of the person. And I have to say, no respect to the brethren that called Mr. Steele from Manchester. He introduced her music to me. I had a chance to, let the public hear Spice. So Spice was another one.
Crazy. Another one, since we're talking about Spice, Vybz Kartel.
Adidja Palmer. That's another one that I saw, I used to present, I was another one that I used to play his music first also. We were so close that he used to keep a dance every, I think I remember, but it used to be once a year, over La Rousse. And I was one of the only radio jobs that he wanted there and had there. And I used to be, always have to be there, both playing the music and presenting him and doing his thing in his early years, where nobody used to see Kartel. And I I saw the talent in him, and I used to. There was a manager that I used to manage him before by the name of Butler, first manager that used to really, thank me. That I even did a music production, and I was able to produce it. I had the only production with him and Mavado. Get to Ambition. It's called. The only song with Mavado and Kartel. The only song is on the rhythm that I have laminated rhythm. It's like an anthem in the dancehall.
Crazy.
That was one of the thanks he gave to me when he did that song. And that was into a time when the feud was him, Mavado and him. They were kind of close. They were close. They didn't have that big feud at the time. And, it's a lot of things, man. Trust me.
This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinedmusica.com.